Hey guys, Josh here, and it has been a while. Happy New Year to everybody. Um, just before you settle down to watch this video, go grab a cup of tea, coffee, some food, get some items to list. We're going to be here for about 20 minutes. This is the second time I've recorded it. I wasn't happy with the quality of the first one, so we are back for round 2. So yeah, in the background we've got some lovely pretzel rocks. If you just want to listen to some really cool, funky music, without the sort of people singing or just something a little bit maybe different, check out Pretzel Rocks. It's free to use and also it is copyright free for you YouTubers. So yeah, I've picked out about 20, I think it's about 24 of my sales from the last 90 days. These are all items that kind of have a little bit of a story. Maybe you've seen them in a recent haul video, or generally I just am really happy with the sale. So yeah, we're going to start off. Haven't really mixed up the Lego and the non-Lego, so there's going to be quite a few bits of Lego, and there's going to be something I've just started doing. So when we get to that, I'll let you know. So the first one is the set of 3 Lego Star Wars lightsabers. This was a really good bread and butter item for me. I had 3 of them available. I sold them all within 30 hours of each other. So yeah, I've just listed some more of these, but I put the price up a little bit, so we're going to see how they go. So that was the first item. I'm going to close them once I finish them. Now this has a little bit of a story, like I said, some do. I purchased 6 of the Thanksgiving Lego sets to part out on Britlink. The part out was really, really high. Loads of other UK sellers did the exact same thing because it was on sale on the Lego website. This one guy watching YouTube had, I think it was 13 of them he parted out. So obviously him and everybody else and myself were kind of fighting for that, you know, the sales on Britlink. And I think it was about a month before I sold anything to do with that set. I was fed up of waiting for my money back, so I made this little bundle up of 4 wagon wheels with 2 of the double pin axles to make a little sort of base wagon set. All you would need to do then is put a plate on top to connect them together, and you would have a little cart that you could wheel around. Now, it says 1 sold and 1 available. I actually had 8 of these, and I have sold 6 over the period of a few relistings and stuff like that, and a few self-similars. So yeah, this was being a really good bread and butter item. I haven't sold any for a while. Obviously this one ended on the 3rd of November, and I think I relisted it straight after. I think I might put the price up maybe. I'll have to have a look why it hasn't sold anymore since. But yeah, this was a really good bread and butter item. Probably about £1, 90p profit on each of those. So you're looking about £6 profit for all of them. On the lightsabers, the first of all, they went as a letter at 54 pence, whatever it is. So that would be about £1 profit for them. Now this I wanted to add. I made a little video of this, which I never actually got around to using. Look how bad these photos are originally. That was on my windowsill before I decided on my actual proper lighting setup. Shocking. I sold one of these for £2.25. It's just a hat. Obviously it's free postage. But overall someone paid about £1.50 for 1 hat. It just shows that the smallest Lego items can sometimes be worth the most. So yeah, that was a really fun little sale I had. This was a very disappointing sale, but it's also a very big lesson to me. Picked this up at the very first car boot I went to. I knew this stuff was profitable. I knew that kids were going crazy for it. I hadn't done any research into it. I got home, quickly looked it up. It was about $15.99 I could have got for that. But it was so damaged. You know, this guy didn't have any legs. A lot of it was all scratched up. There's a big scratch on his face there. The beds and everything was scratched up. I couldn't get the money I wanted. I think I put it on for $12.99. It was getting like 800 views, the most views of anything in my shop. And, well, the rest of my stock combined and more, basically. It was getting silly views, but wasn't selling. It was getting loads of watchers, wasn't selling. I just kept lowering the price by £1 to £2 every now and then. So yeah, it finally sold at $5.99 with $2.90 shipping. The person left lovely feedback. It was for their son to add to their bundle of Minecraft stuff. So yeah, I actually didn't lose any money. I profited like 50 pence. I worked it out a few weeks back. I profited 50 pence. Hooray! And it's a huge lesson learned to double check everything before I buy it, because that would have been a really good sale if I had it. It was £3 to buy. So had to include this one saying it was the last video I had uploaded. This was the Monopoly set. I explained how I was going to do the listing. I can't remember if I showed you it or not, so I thought I'd show you it here. I stole the title and changed up a little bit from someone else who had one that had finished and they hadn't relisted, and it sold quite a few. Had everything in the drop down box. As you can see, quite a lot are sold. I've got 4 things left, which I will probably throw most of these away. The only thing I'll probably keep is the money, and maybe try and list that on its own for $1.99 or something, as it's listed here, but just on a separate listing so people can see it rather than have to click through and sort. This money is used for schools. I'll probably change the title to maybe school, playgroup, preschool, childminder, because that's kind of who might buy it, for like a shop till or toy business or something. Do you know what I mean? Kids have great imagination. But yeah, this was the listing that I want to show you on that. I don't actually believe I made a profit on this. I think I just broke even. I generally did it to learn a lesson about spares and parts and parting out. And also, I'd never done a multi-listing like this before. So it was kind of, I wanted to do it for the lesson more than to make the profit. So that's why I did that. This person brought 3 lots. It just shows that spares are kind of in high demand. If someone wants all of them, they will come to your drop-down listing and buy multiple quantities. This person spent £6.36. Next, this was also in the last car boot video I did, where I was kind of disappointed where I thought I would leave with nothing. I saw this and another cream maker and a calculator on a 3 for £1 table, so this cost me 33 pence. It sold within a couple of days of listing. It's just a vintage cream maker, £12.99, crazy money, for a 30p spend. That is the stuff you want in a reselling business, 30p to £9, perfect. This item I purchased because of Nick Hills. The price of these has dropped a bit, well, quite a bit, I think. I think it was getting $13.99 for these. Unless I undersold it, I'm not too sure. It was in okay condition. It had all of it. So if you buy these, you want to make sure they have all of their slots. And obviously want to make sure it has the key, which I show up here, etc, etc. And mine came with these little unused index cards, which are quite rare. No one who... Well, people had these listed for like £4.50. I didn't want to get £4.50 for it. I know I only paid 50p for it, but I wanted a bit more. I knew I could get more, and I think this kind of pushed it over the top. These, I think, are quite rare, unused, original ones as well. And there was 2 of them, and I just had a picture of it unlocked, and then a picture of it locked, just to prove that it does lock and it works. And then I did a close-up of the key with the rust. Not very in focus, but you can see where it's sort of browning and oranging. So that was I think about a £6 profit there. Not too bad. Now here's the other cream maker. It did sell, but it didn't have a happy ending. I was packaging it up. I took all apart, noticed that it was a little bit dirty on this twisty clear part here. As you can see, it's a little bit grimy in there. Went to clean it, went to screw it back on, and this red bit, there's a bit like a tube that sticks out where you screw this on. I went to screw it back on and it cracked the clear plastic. Not sure why. I sent the lady a message and just said, I think, you know, the plastic's obviously perished. It's quite an old item. I'm very sorry, I'm going to have to cancel it. She left me lovely feedback anyway. It says not an issue, she understands. Yeah, I wanted to include this because it just proves the point of weird stuff has a selling point. Everyone, you know, someone's junk is another person's treasure. This is, to me, junk. Why you need a cream maker when you can buy it in a can, or you can make it in an easier method now. You can buy the industrial cream makers, the little canisters and stuff. I don't know why you would really need this unless you didn't want to use that. I don't know, but it just shows that it sells. And this would have got me more money because I had a poster on this one. I didn't on the last one. But yeah, another 33p spend. So next we have 5 Star Wars droids. These to sell individually are not worth doing. Britlink wise, the value of these ranges between 70 pence and £1.20. Much easier just to stick them in a bundle and sell them. £7.59, they were gone out the door. This item, I win the worst photograph of the year award for this one, definitely. They're both blurry, they're both not in focus. This is a Mystery Minifigure Series 16, the Ice Queen Tiara. Generally, with Mystery Minifigure stuff, the smaller the item, the higher price you can ask, because it's more likely to get lost. And this is a tiara. It sits in the hair piece. It's not really stuck on with anything. It's not really supported with anything. It's just popped into the slot. it's gonna fall out, it's gonna go missing, people are gonna want to buy a new one. So yeah, that sold within about I think about a week of listing. These I purchased on my very first car boot haul that I did on this this page. I paid 50p for them. Again, I've had these for a few months. I had them at $2.99, I think. They were getting a good few views, and then the views kind of dropped. So I dropped the price to £1.25. I broke even on these. I think I paid 50p again for them. I think I listed them once before I dropped the price and got a shop. So let's just say, yeah, I think I broke even, I think, or lost a very small amount of money. Now these, I have to sort of tell myself off for this. I did say on Facebook groups that I wasn't going to jump on the bandwagon because I didn't see the point. The market was flooded and there was hundreds left all over the UK, apart from specific stores that obviously had a higher demand. I purchased these, well, I went into Aldi probably a week after I made that statement, and there were still some left in my Aldi. Now my Aldi is in a town, it's in a very old market town, it's got quite a few sort of retirement flats in, you know, it's got a generally older population, which does mean the charity shops are generally better quality because you've got the older population with all their sort of well-made clothing and, you know, accessories and stuff like that. Anyway, back to the point. I said I wasn't going to buy any. I brought 2 of these and 2 of the is it not Jaspers, Katie the carrots, the larger ones. 2 of them and 2 of these and 1 book. I only managed to get them listed a week before Christmas. As you can see, these sold on the 19th of December. I'm still going to keep them listed. I've got 1 more of these which I have on at the moment. I've got the 2 KTs and the book I haven't got around to listing. I'm going to keep them on. It's a free listing with my shop fee. It pays for a very small percentage off my £25 shop fee. £25, £20, whatever it is. It's a free listing basically. It's a free item in my shop, so I have, you know, 100 items now. And what I'm thinking with these is because they're so small, if a child loses one and they're really upset about losing their the Jasper and the baby one and the Chantenay, weird names, they're just carrot names obviously, Jasper is a carrot name and Chantenay is a carrot name I believe, that they're going to get so upset that they're going to have to buy another one. And I'm hoping that every other Kevin the Carrot merchandise seller isn't going to be on eBay and I sell mine. I've got my fingers crossed. It doesn't bother me. They're in a box ready for next Christmas. I rambled on that one. Let's get back on track quickly. So this is something I've just started doing with a new lighting setup. Well, quite a few of my items have this lighting setup, but these I think are turning out really nicely, and this is collectible coins. So as resellers, we generally get quite a lot of coins and change. I don't think people pay any attention unless you kind of collect or know what you're looking for. You see all these articles online, oh, this is worth 5,000. A lot of the time they're not. They're supposed to have these minting errors, or it's a very well-known common minting error and it's not really worth anything, or it's not really an error, it's just like a not really mistake, you know, it's just supposed to be there. It's like a wear and tear kind of thing. This is Shakespeare's tragedies. The price of this fluctuates from £2 to £6. I stuck on for 4. When I put it into my cost calculator, put this as £2 because the face value, obviously it doesn't really cost you anything to get some change, but the cost is actually £2 because its face value is £2 to you. So that's why it's a cost, because I'm getting rid of £2. It's a cost. I'm rambling again, but you hopefully get what I mean. The profit on this is about £1.50 after fees. And again, another coin. I only listed these before New Year's. This is Jemima Puddle Duck. She is more recent. She is worth $12.99 to $15.99 now. So at the time, this was the high end, but I've just checked, and this is now like the lower end. Her mintage amount, so mintage is how many they produce of a certain coin, is extremely low. Kew Gardens is the highest price, 50p. It's like £80. Jemima Puddle Duck is like 4 or 5 under that one. So I think in a couple of years this would be worth about 30 quid. So if you have any, you can kind of keep them as a long-term investment, or you can sell them now for a fast, you know, £10 profit. So this was actually my mum's, so I actually had to give her a portion of the sale, but it was a nice £6 profit, and it sold within about 2 hours of listing. Okay, it was absolutely crazy. I want to say that's AM, 11 AM, so I listed that for about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it sold. Great. Next, Another bundle of droids. This one I listed again before New Year's. $7.99 is kind of my sweet spot for 5 droids. This one sold so much faster than the last one. It has a better selection of droids. You've got a basic battle droid. I think that's a pilot. You've got a commander, and you've got 2 super battle droids. $7.99. That got sent. Absolutely lovely. About £5 profit, I'm going to say, on that one. This one is Count Dooku's lightsaber. You know it's Count Dooku's lightsaber because it's slightly curved. As you can see, the blade is straight and then it goes slightly curved. This blade hilt is unique to one figure, which is why it's worth so much. So about £2.50 profit there for one little thing. I could have increased my profit if I sent this as a letter, but to me, my business values, it has to go in a padded envelope. It's kind of just like, as a customer, I would like it to be sent in a padded envelope. I'm just weird like that. Another coin. Any of the Beatrix Potters, apart from 1 or 2, are quite high mintage, and by that I mean they're pretty much a dime a dozen. But I managed to get $1.99 for this. It's about a 40p profit. Literally, these take seconds to list. You just have to put, the name is on the coin. You literally just put, especially for these, just put that into eBay. Go to sold listings, click sell similar, save it, add changes, save it as a draft. 2 images, one at the front. Especially in this lighting setup, you can see all the little damages, all the scratches, etc, etc. As you can see, slightly blurry on this one, but the rest of them are usually okay. $1.99, not going to break the bank, but, you know, it's a sale and it's a profit. Bread and butter item. Again, with this one, this was from the recent LEGO bundles that I purchased. Really quick, fast listings. Generally, if I have only 1 image, it means I've done like a bulk listing, so I've done like 20 listings at once. This was part of my get to 100 listings challenge that I set myself. I didn't record it or anything, it's just something that I set for myself to get 100 listings by the end of 2018, which I did. My challenge before my birthday is to get to 150 listings. So my birthday is in April. I'm obviously going to smash that. So yeah, that was a nice bread and butter sale. These, again, I had in my Britlink shop. They weren't selling, they weren't moving. You know, I kind of got a bit bored of watching them sit there. So yeah, I stuck them on eBay as a bulk listing. 1 image again, which means I did quite a few of these in one go. 48 of them, little 1x1 flower petals, £3.25. About £1.50, £2 profit there. And again, there's another Beatrix Potter. It's a Flopsy Bunny one. Just showing you my new sort of lighting pattern setup. As you can see, you get really good detail with it like this. If you want to see how I do that, there will be a video in the next few days, just showing a very quick, brief sort of overview of that. It's really, really silly, but it works so well. It's amazing. So yeah, $1.99 and 79p shipping. This, again, 1 image, which means I did a bulk listing. This image is basically borrowed from Britlink. I've just went and copied it, saved it. I went to a website which enlarges your photo to meet the eBay minimum requirements. Stuck on this title and everything is a... When you do the multi-listing, you kind of put the basics of the stuff you want in, and it saves it for everything. Obviously, Lego minifigure series, and then I put a number, and then I've put ×1, then I put whatever piece it is, and I just sort of fill in the blanks, basically. Yeah, £1.25, 79p shipping, about 80p profit there. This you would have seen from one of my recent hauls. This was how I photographed them in the end. I don't think I showed that. And yeah, $3.99. I think the profit on these was about £1.50 per figure at $3.99. I think that was kind of the price profit I had. Very, very lastly, this item here I've had, well, this image is about 2 years old. I used this before I became a reseller. I was selling the hairpiece anyway. I found it on my computer. I just reused it. I had about 12 of these. I've only got 1 left over the period of about 2 months. I've just been relisting, you're doing the sell similar, doing, you know, the promoted listings. They've been selling really, really nicely. I can buy these on Britlink for about 15p, 20p. So profit here, about 90p, and I've sold quite a few of them. So yeah, really happy with that. So you're probably going to think 90p isn't a lot of profit, just to add this in at the end. At the moment, my business works on small profit margins, fast turnover, and high bulk, low margins, if that makes sense. So this, for example, I had like 8 of them, so lots of bulk to sell, low profit margins. I'll make my profit from selling all of them rather than individually, if that makes sense. Very, very confusing, but it works at the moment. I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, thank you for watching. It's probably been 25 minutes. I hope I haven't bored you all to death. I like to ramble, but I hope this made for a kind of good video where you can just sit there with a coffee or a tea and just get some listings done. So hopefully you challenged yourself and got a few done. And don't forget, a video will be out in the next couple of days about the huge Lego haul that I put. Well, not huge. I think it's about £50 worth of eBay Lego purchases, listed, resold, the photographing setup I was doing, how I'm sort of sorting them, spreadsheets that I'm using, and then like an overall analysis of all of the eBay hauls that I've done through Lego, in one with like a cost analysis, return on investment, etc, etc. Just a load of spreadsheet stuff. So thank you for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon.